This channel is supported by TrueFire. TrueFire is an online library of lessons from some of my favourite players. There's thousands of lessons on there. You can use the promo code JNC40 to get 40% off of any of their courses. One of the things that I hear all the time is, John, you don't talk about Sire guitars enough on the channel, so I decided in the new year I wanted to rectify that. And so this is one that they did ask if I wanted to check out the S3, which I'd already bought one, so I said, well, I'd be interested in trying out the H7V, which is their kind of new ES335 type, but with P90s, and so they've sent me this. So in terms of partiality, I'm hardly impartial. it was a free guitar. But I'll try and be as honest as I can about any imperfections that I see. Price-wise, you know, they're very reasonably priced guitars, and for that reason, I might not expect perfection. I have bought plenty of Sire guitars, by the way, as well. I did buy a bunch before they started, you know, sending them to me. So let's have a look. Really nice weight on this. I'll go and weigh it. Right. Put the camera up so you can see what's going on. Really nice bit of flame on there. And the neck. The E strings seem to be nicely positioned on the frets, and the fret bevel's not too crazy, so I'm imagining we're not going to have issues with it rolling off the fret edge. Nut job, pretty decent. Any imperfections? It was yesterday that I unboxed this one. I've been playing it and sort of using it for a few different bits and pieces. I'm really impressed with this one, actually. I have to say, I've compared it to the white one. That will be coming up in a video later on. That one has humbuckers. I really think I prefer the P90 thing. It feels to me like the neck carve might be slightly different. It doesn't say so in the specs, but to me it feels like a slightly less chunky neck, and that, I think that's true. It's really difficult to tell for sure, although it doesn't say so in the specs, so maybe ignore that as pure speculation. But yeah, it's got the P90s in it, which I think have quite a nice tone to them. I'll do some kind of clean playing for you in a second. The fret job is really nice. The action on it is not crazy low or anything, so if you're someone who's into really low action, I guess that might be where you'd start to unlock some potential fret job issues, but I'm not particularly fussy about having low action. It's about £8 and 8 ounces, which is quite a nice sort of medium weight, not too heavy. In terms of imperfections, there's one very slight bit of finish kind of mark here, and then like what looks like a little bit of a dent that has been finished over here, but no kind of marks within the binding like on some of my other guitars, or much less of it. The other Sires that I've had. A really nice job overall, I'd suggest, and I think it sounds really good. I think this one, as I say, I prefer to the white one. This is easily the best Sire hollow body that I've played. I've only played 3, but really nice, and I thought that white guitar held up quite nicely with a Gibson and also a Greco Super Reel. So this, in theory, I might even prefer. I don't know. I definitely prefer the tone out of the P90s. Is a little bit closer to that single coil vibe that I like. I find it a bit easier to dial in tones with it. Let's just jump in and I'll show you some clean tones. So on our neck pickup.
I can totally say I was blown away by this guitar. It's really wonderful. I think really quite lively kind of body. When you're playing it, it's got a nice kind of brightness to it. I really like the P90 style more than the humbuckers, less of that kind of mid-range honky stuff. And the neck on it, the frets, everything seems really nicely done. As with some of the other sires that I've tried out of the factory, it doesn't seem that the frets are super polished, but over time, as you play the guitar, it seems that strings naturally kind of polish that stuff out a bit anyway. So again, another guitar from Sire that I'm very impressed with. I think this probably is the top of the bunch that I've tried. A very impressive guitar, especially for the money, but at any price, I think would be a really good guitar. So if you're looking for an ES335, maybe this could be a good candidate. And, you know, I don't know whether you're someone who's in the market for one or wanting something with P90s. I think it's a really nice kind of addition to the arsenal of a guitarist potentially. Really great sound, clean and drive. So yeah, I just plugged it in with some Boss Wazza Airs and was really impressed with the clean tone out of these. So yeah, no complaints on this one.